When I bought this car, it was basically a time capsule from 2007. Clean, reliable, powerful, solid 3.5-liter engine, but definitely showing its age. Most of its technology was outdated. Although it had some modern features such as the headlights backed up with xenon ballast, they just looked tired. To add to this, the interior had sticky dash, which the dealership straightforward rejected to even look at. And I don't blame them. No dealership warranties an 18-year-old car. The good news is the drivetrain of this second generation Lexus IS is still better than many modern cars, even by today's standards. But honestly, the whole car, bone stock, just feels a little behind the world we're living in right now. So what if I took this 18-year-old Lexus, made some subtle changes, and built the modern version of it myself? Today I'm going to show you every change I made, why I made it, how I pulled it off, and how each change modernized this 18-year-old Lexus. From new tech to sticky dash fix to a full 2025 body conversion, this is the build that turned a car stuck in the past into something that feels brand new again. The first upgrade I did is to my infotainment system. The original infotainment system looked like it was designed back when flip phones were still a thing. While other Lexus trim options also got a nav screen from the 2000s, but mine didn't, and I had a hard time connecting my phone or even driving hands-free. So I wanted to upgrade to a screen that blends directly into the dash as if Lexus built it today. The solution to this was this factory-style Drive Connect Ultra CarPlay screen from Mighty Tech Store that fits the OEM frame with no gaps and no splicing or wiring requirement. Every wiring harness was plug and play. The CAN bus integration for steering wheel controls, air condition, and direct integration to factory speakers and amplifiers, plus the CarPlay feature that I use on a daily basis. The benefit of this upgrade is instant modern car experience, wireless CarPlay, clean OEM look, better screen resolution, inbuilt DSP for better surround sound, and it completely upgrades the 2000s infotainment system to today's standards. I'll put a link in the description if you guys are interested. Do check it out and use my code BillFixCars. Some of the cars back then from the late 2000s were built before people realized backing up into things was a global safety issue. If you remember, my car did not come with any kind of screen and hence obviously no reverse camera. So I decided to install an HD backup camera right above the license plate, routed the wiring through the trunk liner, tapped into the reverse trigger wire connected to the signal of the new CarPlay screen. Now, if your Lexus already came with a factory reverse camera, this aftermarket CarPlay screen can directly integrate with your factory camera. Isn't that genius? This upgrade definitely brought clear visibility while backing up, no more neck twisting, nighttime clarity, and makes the car instantly feel 10 years newer. This reverse camera came complimentary with my new factory design screen, but if you already have an aftermarket screen, you should definitely consider adding a new reverse camera. The third upgrade I made was something most drivers already do, a dash cam. You never know who's gonna swerve into your lane, brake check on you, or simply I didn't see you their way into your bumper. But I wanted to modernize my car, so I installed this ADAS DVR camera that directly integrated with my aftermarket screen. This camera acts as a driving assist as well as records the road while driving. I simply connected the USB power cable to the screen's USB port, tucked the wires behind the A-pillar trim, and that was it. This front integrated DVR camera gave me on-road recording, cleaner cabin without dangling wires, and peace of mind on the road just like any other dash cam, so no one can bump their way into blaming me. If you're driving an old car, you know the struggle of not having a USB port in the car for charging your phone, accessing a flash drive, or something else. So for this, I upgraded the interior of my car with an OEM designed 12-volt USB port, which is capable of 30-watt USB-A fast charge module. I simply extended my dual external USB ports that already came with the aftermarket screen and retrofitted in one of the empty poverty buttons. The result is access to fast charging, cleaner cable management, and the objective to modernize the car without making it look obvious. The USB port makes the cabin feel like a 2024 Lexus. Lexus was way ahead of their time in tech in general, but they had their limits. For example, the TPMS, which is tire pressure monitoring sensor. In the older Lexus models, such as my 2007, it would give you a warning for low tire pressure, but it doesn't necessarily tell you which tire has low pressure and by how much. But I wanted to get an actual pressure and temperature data just like the modern Lexuses. So I installed these external TPMS sensors that connects directly to my USB port, and it displays real-time pressure and temperature, gives me early warning for punctures and safer highway driving. I can simply keep it connected to one of my USB ports or just mount it whenever I want to see the pressure. This adds a modern safety feature and keeps me informed. If you have a 2000s Lexus or even a Toyota of that generation, you probably have a sticky melting dashboard. You see, these cars had a dashboard and interior recall because they turned into a melted texture over time. So dust would stick to it, fingerprints would stay forever, and it reflected badly on the windshield. I think I was one of the first ones on YouTube who started the DIY solution to the sticky dash by installing suede, and that even got featured on JC Whitney. Basically what I did is I measured up my interior, placed an order at Mighty Tech store, and upgraded my interior to this fully suede fabric. The material has an adhesive backside that sticks to the dashboard and interior panels so that it gives me a matte, clean finish, no sticky mess, no glare, and it generally makes the car feel like Porsche redesigned the interior. Let me know in the comments down below if you had to modernize your car with one upgrade from what I have shown so far, which one are you picking? Moving on to the exterior of the car. The stock 17-inch wheels were kinda boring, so I wanted to get something sharper with better look. So I got myself these 18-inch Touran wheels with low profile tires, repainted them to gloss black, and also installed hub-centric wheel spacers for perfect fitment. I also rolled the rear fenders to avoid rubbing. What this basically did is give the car a sportier appearance and that modern Lexus vibe. The second generation Lexus has that iconic xenon headlights and the taillights, but after almost 2 decades, these look dim, yellow, and sad compared to newer cars. So if I wanted to modernize the headlights, I could either fit them with some high output LED bulbs or replace the whole lights to match the 2024 IS500 headlights and taillights. To do this, I installed the 2024 design headlights, which was a drop-in replacement, and wiring for DRLs and turn signals were simple adaptation. After I installed these headlights, I simply aligned the beams properly so I don't blind the oncoming drivers. I did a similar install on the rear with an LED sequential taillight that also directly fit in without any modifications. This massively improved my night driving, has an always-on LED DRL, and gave an aggressive, modern look overall. Since we're talking about the exterior, I also did a full 2024 IS500 body conversion on my 2007 Lexus, because why not? The older IS definitely looks good, but the 2024 design language is bold, sharp, and makes the car look twice its value. I basically swapped the front bumper and grille, added side skirts and a rear bumper diffuser along with a ducktail. Everything is bolt-on, and the fitment was easy because these are designed perfectly for the second generation Lexus IS. This conversion transformed the entire personality of my car, and it looks pretty brand new and very modern. The 10th upgrade I did was to get a remote starter. Why? Because Canadian winters. If you're based in Canada or the northern states, then winter might be a common problem we have. So I installed the iData Start remote start system that works with the OEM key fob using a bypass module so the immobilizer doesn't freak out. Hardwired the control module under the steering column behind the dash, and this enabled me to turn on my car and get it warmed up in the winters, get it cool in the summer, and this definitely adds real value to an older car without looking aftermarket. So there it is. 10 upgrades that took my 18-year-old Lexus from nice old car to hold on. What year is this thing? This build has been one of the most satisfying projects I've ever done. Not because I'm trying to make it the fastest or the loudest, but because I turn an aging car into something that genuinely feels modern, comfortable, reliable, and a fun everyday car. And honestly, that's the beauty of older cars. If the chassis is good and the engine still pulls strong, the rest is just creativity and some elbow grease, eh? You can technically bring these cars back to life for a fraction of the cost of buying something new. If you enjoyed the upgrades, I have all the step-by-step tutorials on my channel and the links of the products below in description. If you learned something new, hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you on the next one.